Welcome back to this week's episode of Fish Smart. I'm Kean, the Sustainable Seafood Coordinator for the Minnesota Zoo, and this week we're taking a look at a classic holiday appetizer and punching it up with one of everybody's favorite sustainably sourced seafoods, crab. Today we're going to be looking at deviled eggs. They're a classic holiday recipe, great for parties and potlucks. Instead of the traditional take on the deviled egg, we're going to mix in some crab and make a nice spicy crab filling, which we're then going to sear off into something that your guests are going to love. To start this dish, we're going to slowly add our eggs into a pot of water, which we have set onto high heat. We want to be careful to drop the eggs in gently so they don't break. While our eggs are cooking, we're going to go ahead and get our bacon prepped. I'm going to start by cutting them off into little strips, and then once they're cut into nice little strips, we're going to give them another cut the other way, just to cut them into about 1/8 inch size cubes. We're also going to go ahead and cut up 2 green onions into just small dice. One of the other things we're going to do to make this dish uniquely special is we're going to peel and grate some fresh horseradish, which will help bring a really nice spicy element to our filling. Once we've got our bacon all chopped and ready to go, we're going to go ahead and add it to a pan and start rendering down some of that fat. Add your onions into the mix and let those sweat down a little bit, and remove most of the bacon fat from the pan, and we're going to sprinkle in about a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. What we're going to do is get those breadcrumbs nice and golden brown to help add substance to our filling. Once the eggs have come to a boil them for about a minute or 2, and then remove from the heat and add directly into a bowl of ice water. This will shock the eggs and stop the cooking process, and will help the whites separate from the shells, making them a little easier to peel. Now that our eggs are all peeled and the shells are removed, we're going to slice them in half and just sort of squeeze and scoop out those yolks. With our egg yolks all removed from the egg whites, we're going to go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. We're going to toss in our bacon and green onion mixture. Going to put in a good tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons of horseradish, depending on just how spicy you like it. Put in some of those toasted breadcrumbs and start mashing that up. To this mixture, we're also going to add about 2 tablespoons of white wine. Give it a little taste, and then season with salt and a little fresh cracked pepper. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and take our crab and empty that into our container. I'm just using some fancy claw meat and use one of these little spatulas. And we're not just going to fill the hole like we would a traditional deviled egg. We're going to coat the whole top with the filling. We're going to sear the eggs, creating a nice crunchy crust. We're just going to go ahead and garnish them with either a little sprinkle of cayenne pepper or paprika, whichever you prefer. And we're going to sprinkle with a few of these sliced green onions. So what we've gone ahead and done here today is we put together a combination of 2 classic dishes. On one hand, we've got your traditional deviled egg. On the other, we've got a traditional sustainable deviled crab. We brought the 2 together to create a holiday treat that your friends and family are going to love. Remember, for more tips, recipes, and information on sustainable seafood, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/FishSmartMNZoo, or on Twitter at FishSmartMN, or you can subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/FishSmartMN. Until next time, cheers!